Here comes Dowling, straight up the middle. He'll be expected to lead the way up front along with Madison for the Broncos. G. Tronk's getting involved early. They're only 5 metres from the halfway mark. Back to French, but the penalty's gone to South Sydney. Davidson, very, very close. Sedaris' dummy half working the blind side. It's Andrews who has it only about 5 metres out. Now Coleman and Blake out for Roberts. Slipped the pass. It's come back for Coleman. The inside ball for Blake. Blake goes straight through. He got the ball down. He has. That's a South Sydney try and a very good one.
Yes, and Arthur Neville was one of the men responsible for that because he really, Darryl Neville rather, he really switched the ball beautifully. Let's have a look at it again on the State Bank replay and you'll see exactly what I mean. There's Roberts standing in the tackle. Now there was the change of direction by Neville out to Coleman and Coleman back on the inside to Blake. It was really shut the gate at that point because he's so quick over 10 yards.
Well, Jura with the attempted conversion pushed it to the left. Can't add the extras, but a great start for South Sydney nevertheless. They lead Brisbane by 4 points to 0.
That chance includes getting on the board next, evening these scores up. Canescu, the inside. Now there's a chance out. Madison. Teven had called inside. French. Tronk. French doubles around. Good cutout pass. Plowman. Renouf had gone inside. He seemed best off-served if he had have stayed outside. Once more, it's the last tackle. South's hanging on. For the second occasion in a set of 6, it sits up! Canescu!
Well, I'll swear that Darryl Neville there, I think it's Darryl Neville, deliberately stopped running. He thought Bronco Jura would get to it.
Could put the Broncos into the lead. He's done that all right. The Broncos over the competition leaders 6-4. And the handover a couple of minutes away from the break. Penalty goes against Brisbane. I should have let the crowd tell this story.
Well, the crowd can boo and jeer and do whatever they please, but when players are standing in front of the referee, you don't have to be one-eyed to applaud a referee if he's got the courage to penalise them. And I applaud him for doing that.
The crowd doing their best to put him off. Strikes it well. Does he have the accuracy? You bet he does. Very important 2 points. 6-all at Lang Park. Coleman. Ball came out difficult one for him to take. Now Neville. Just couldn't shake the tackle of Madison. Penalty against Brisbane inside the 5. Again, he strikes it very well. He is the leading kicker so far in 89, Mark Ellison. He sends South to the lead, 8-6.
Pulled out in a high one. Charge down. The kick from Ricks has been picked up by Coleman.
And still those dreadful errors persist.
Lyons, now Boyle. Now for Roberts. Roberts slips a beautiful pass to Adam O'Neill, who's in the corner. Referee McCallum checks his touch, Judge, but there's no doubt O'Neill scores in the corner for South Sydney.
Got it on to Neville. Neville suddenly accelerates now and then gets the arm around the front of the body. Now, just watch this very carefully. No question, he does score the try.
Adam O'Neill, his second try for the year. Ellison pushes this out to the left. So he can't have the extras. But South Sydney now have a 6-point lead, 12-6 over Brisbane.
Knock on from Sedaris is going to give them a good chance. He took off before the ball came to him. Well and truly offside. There can't be any argument on this occasion. Worth his weight to Wayne Bennett. 15 out and right in front. He's got 2 points. They edge closer, Brisbane. South by 12-8.
And now what can they do? Swinging it wide with Madison. One-hander. Finally back to Graving and then to Gittins. Ricks decides to kick just as I say. They don't have any other options. They give it to Ricks, who kicks and puts it out on the floor. Oops, little misunderstanding there, as Andrews was the player who eventually received the football.
Nobody else wanted it.
Coleman. A Brisbane player knocked out of the way by Boyle. He got away with it. Blake. Typical kick and chase. Can he pick it up? It's still alive. Blake is there. Can you believe this man? What a brilliant solo effort. How many times do we see that? And yet you continually get to be amazed by his brilliance.
Well, he's an absolute freak, this fellow. There's no question about it. The little kick with the right foot back to the left, over the top, kicks it again as Gravening comes in after it, gets the fortuitous bounce. That was the only part that was dead lucky, but nonetheless he plants it with a firm right hand. There's that little kick. He seems to have the ball on a string. I mean, unbelievable hours of practice he must put into this situation to go with it, but he does, and he scores another splendid try.
And as you would expect, makes no mistake. So South Sydney in control of this football game now at 20 points to 8.
I suggested that Grant Ricks would have his hands full today with Phil Blake. I wrote that he was due to explode with several tries from his kick and chase scam. And the scam has the connotation of being deceitful, I know, but honestly, if you were trying to contain him in the mood that he gets into sometimes when there's little defence around and he just can kick and chase and do it so well, it is a scam. It's a confidence trick.
Coleman again turning the Broncos around, back inside their own quarter. And once again, poor old Graving has to try to bring the football back. Kilroy in there to lend a hand and try to get through the sandwich tackle. Lost the football as he tried to get up, so nothing much going right for the Broncos now.
O'Neill scampers away from one. Coleman looks for Neville. Coleman again finds a willing runner in maroon. Now Neville right up the middle. They keep it alive to Andrews. Sedaris out for Coleman. He kicks for the in goal for his outside men. Paul Roberts is coming down on it. Graving's there just in time.
Yeah, the race was on there. It was all systems go. Graving was always going to be under pressure as these two South Sydney speedsters came bearing down on him, but to his credit, he did get to the ball first. He was fallen on rather heavily and has been injured as a result of that.
Well, in fact, McCallum's taken play back infield and penalised Roberts for coming down with the forearm. So Brisbane just work it away, and the Broncos, as I said, a real horror stretch for them. They come up against Penrith next Sunday, and if they don't come away with a win there, they could be looking at being out of the top three. Donnelly, difficult pass to take. Went back. Not now. Souths are in possession inside the last couple of minutes. Blake. Good ball away for Andrews. He's had a field day at Lang Park, Phil Blake. Coleman. Cut out to O'Neill. Blake just sits himself a dummy half. Davidson. Good ball away for Andrews. Knocked down by Conescu. Scrum will go down with the South Sydney feed to come.
Well, Turtle Conescu's just a wee bit debilitated. He's had a hard afternoon. Very hot work for forwards in this sort of heat that they've got up here in Brisbane.
Callum wants it again. Andrews breaks from the scrum. Coleman throws it behind O'Neill. They got a little bit too clever on the blind. So Brisbane, as tired as their forwards are, there's good tactics from South in the second half. They continually turn them around. Kilroy comes off the wing. Ricks. Madison. So South's done it well all season long. They only dropped the first game. They had a hiccup last week. They're back on track, staying firm as the competition leaders. Renouf to the outside of Neville, who comes again.
He's played pretty well too, Neville.
Last tackle. The Broncos are going nowhere. It'll just be the handover. Time almost up at Lang Park. Coleman. Maroon. South should finish the match in possession.
I don't think anyone's terribly enthusiastic about running from now on.
No rush to get on with it. Davidson. Bit of slow motion football. There's the siren. It's all over as South Sydney wrap up the victory. And a big one too. They've got plenty of supporters here at Lang Park today. Phil Blake was outstanding. The King was away on a crusade to New Zealand, a new pretender to the throne, and he had a field day, as I said.
South Sydney 20 points, Brisbane 8.